Hello, and welcome. Welcome to Do You Watch Anime? Show where I watch or where I ask people, do you watch anime? And we devolve from there. My name is Adam Corky, and today is our first reoccurring guest on the podcast, Tanner.
Where am I?
Huh?
Huh? How'd I get here? Why can't I move?
We have the Jesus, I love living.
Sorry,
in the
I
city.
committed a crime.
Yeah, apparently you're too much of a weeb. So there's a reason that Tanner's on for a second time.
Because I'm cool.
Good. So we have a little bit of an announcement. There
I'm
we go.
pregnant.
Tanner is pregnant with my child. That'll be the name of the name of the podcast. Actually, I learned something about the Spotify algorithm the last two episodes while we're recording. So the last two episodes were called Ryuk's Giant Cock and Why Hentai?
I guess I didn't do very well.
Oh, they did not. I was like, I wonder why they
One
didn't
was
do
probably
so
because you
well.
had Sarah on it.
Oh my goodness. No. Well, no, I'm kidding. That's your job to be mean to her. So
Doesn't pay very well, but I do it. I love the work.
Yeah. I changed them last night to like the most basic shit, and they're getting listens now. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Because I was like, Ryuk's massive cock is going to be a hilarious title. I want to click on that. No one wants to click on that. Goodness. And we talked about hentai. God. All right. Anyway, we have an announcement.
Oh, yeah.
What is our announcement?
We're starting a podcast.
A podcast.
As you listen to this podcast, it's not this one.
No, it's not this one. That would be a little awkward.
I'm just here now.
You're just here now. You're just in the background of every single interview I do. You're Jack now. For the past like 3 episodes, he's in the background just doing shit. We've started a podcast. What is it about, Tanner?
Puppets. Something that you and I talk about frequently.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be called No Strings Attached.
Yep.
We are going to be talking about a different puppet themed thing every week.
Yep.
It's going to be a lot of Muppets.
Yep.
Not going to lie, but we're going to balance it out with some other stuff.
Yeah, thankfully.
So we're going to have some friends on.
Yep.
Talk about some puppet related antics and our history with our love of puppets and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
it's going to be a good time. It's going to be linked down below, so if you want to subscribe to that'll be coming out every Wednesday. So you get a double dose of my dumbass.
And a single dose of my perky tight ass.
Perfect. So because the show is so, this show we're on, is so like I have a guest every week, blah blah blah. I think we covered if Tanner watches anime.
No.
Okay, cool. All right. Scrap the idea I did and all the work I did into this episode.
Just talking about anime again for another 2 hours.
Yeah. I wanted to talk about manga because you were probably the one person who reads manga the most in like our friends and stuff.
Shockingly, yes.
Shockingly, which is I'm like, hell yeah, I can finally talk to someone about it. So we have a little 3x3, which is total of 9 pictures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Are they
8,
going to
9.
be able to see this?
No, they'll see it on Instagram. I'll post the
Okay.
I'll post the 3x3 on Instagram, so you can go check that out. But we're gonna start with we're gonna go through our picks, and so we're gonna start with Tanner's picks.
I'm going
because
first.
you're going first.
Tanner up top, baby.
Yeah, so we have it on the TV here. First one is My Hero Academia, of course.
Yeah. So
So what is it about the manga that? Because it's also on my list. That's
Yeah.
the only thing actually. That's the only manga on your list that's also on mine.
Good.
Yeah.
It gives us something to talk about.
Exactly.
So my history with the My Hero Academia manga.
Yeah.
Because I think I actually mentioned this in our last episode was when the first episode of the anime came out. I loved it so much. I literally went and got caught up in the manga.
So was it like the first episode?
Yeah,
The very
the
first.
very
You were
first.
like, holy
I literally
shit! I gotta.
there wasn't even a second episode out. I watched it
Holy
the
shit.
day it came out on Crunchyroll.
Holy shit!
Yeah, like the moment it came out, I watched it, and I was like, because I didn't read books growing up. I read comic books, and this was very comic-y. I mean, it's a manga, obviously.
Yeah.
But it was very American Western comics to me, which I love. So I went and I just binged all of it, and I got super caught up with it, and I still love it. I think,
Yeah.
if anything, I think the art, especially in the last few chapters, has gotten like insane.
Oh, it's absolutely
like
gorgeous.
I won't give spoilers or anything because there's a lot of shit going on in there, but
Yeah.
it's insane right now, and I just think like story wise, like it's like my favorite anime as well.
Yeah. Same
With the
here.
manga as well. It's just it's one of the ones where it's the rare time where like you read the manga, you're like, I can't wait to see this animated.
Yeah.
Like it's just one of those
Yeah.
things where like you think it's like I can't wait to see what they do with it.
I have a couple on my list that I'm like, I can't. It gives me that I can't wait to see it be animated, and oh, so good. So next up is this manga that I have no fucking idea what it is.
So also a little spoiler for my list. It's all shonen.
All of it.
It's all shonen. Because when I started reading manga, I was literally the target demographic.
Yeah, it's true.
So I'm not going to try to pronounce the first little bit of this title.
Okay.
It is just, I'm pretty sure I don't know a lot of fans of this.
Yeah,
I'm sure it exists. I just call it Reborn or
Okay.
Hitman Reborn.
Yeah.
It's very much like your traditional shonen, like how there's like, oh, Naruto's about ninjas and One Piece is about pirates. This is about the mafia. like
Italian mafia or like
like Italian mafia.
Oh fuck.
Like it turns out like so this is another one where like I discovered it through the anime,
Yeah.
but the anime doesn't cover the entire story.
Yeah, of course.
So
it was back in the day, right?
Yeah.
So they only got one season.
Oh no, it went for like I think like 200 episodes.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like,
what
it
the
went.
I've never heard of this fucking anime. I'm so confused.
Yeah, so it's about this kid. He finds out that I think he's like 13 or something, 13, 14,
Of course he
middle
is.
school
It's a
or
shonen.
whatever.
Yeah.
He finds out that he is next in line to lead the world's most important mafia family. He's the 10th successor to this family.
Okay.
And so pretty much he starts accidentally, he doesn't want anything to do with it. He's not into it.
Yeah,
He's like a scaredy cat kid. He wants nothing to do with it. And so that little shit on the cover there, that's Reborn. That's his name.
That's his name?
He
Okay.
he looks like a baby, but
Yeah.
he's the world's greatest hitman.
Oh fuck yeah.
So he's his tutor who's going to teach him how to be like a mafioso guy.
Okay, yeah.
So he accidentally starts building out like his mafia family.
Yeah.
So he's getting all like these people like his right hand, like the swordsman, like he's building out his like family essentially. And for the first chunk,
Yeah.
it's pretty like I say normal, but not like nothing like fantasy or like supernatural. It's just like this guy uses dynamite to fight. This guy uses a sword and shit. This one's a boxer.
So it's kind of like a Monster of the Week kind of thing?
Kinda at
Yeah?
the beginning,
Okay.
and then it starts getting more story based, where they introduce like the power system and everything, and they have
okay.
like
Well, of course they have a fucking power system. It's a shonen.
yeah,
Fuck.
like it's introduced right off the bat because he
Yeah.
uses his dying will as power. Yeah, or I know some things call it deathpiration.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so he literally shoots him in the head with a special bullet, and he goes like rah, but then he learns to control it, and he gets like I love it. Like it's
Wow.
like they and then they obviously introduce like I don't want to like spoil too much about it because
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
one
yeah.
I genuinely I rewatched the anime. I just finished rewatching the anime that was out recently.
Yeah.
Like I got somebody in my work into it, so I'm like, oh fuck, I'm gonna go
Wow.
rewatch it too.
Okay.
So
Damn.
like I rewatched the entire thing, and it's super good. But the thing is, the anime stops, but the manga keeps going, and so yeah, I think I looked up earlier, and there was like 42 volumes of the manga.
Damn.
Yeah. And
damn. Okay. Like, and it's full. Of course, it's fully finished, right?
Yeah, it's finished. It's
Yeah,
done. Like I think it ran for like quite a few years. It started in 2004, I think.
Okay.
And then it went into like.
Was it in Shonen Jump or was it in like just a different magazine?
I think it was Shonen.
Yeah?
I think it was Shonen Jump.
Wow.
Or something along those lines. One of the Shonen ones.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. No, like it was really good. I like it a lot.
Yeah, when you gave, so basically I had him give me a list because I'm not gonna lie, Tanner sucks at technology.
I do. That's very true.
Yeah. So I made the picture, like the collage.
I'm not a nerd.
Yeah. Shut up. I made the collage, and there's 2 manga on here that I'm like, is this the right picture? Because there was nothing. Because I would type in like My Hero Academia Volume 1, and that's what I put, right? I typed in like Hitman Reborn Volume 1. I didn't get anything on Google Images. I had to go to Wikipedia and like save it that way. Same with the other one. We won't spoil what the other one is, but my God. Now, next is Tokyo Ghoul.
Yes.
So I have never seen the anime or read the manga.
The anime sucks.
So I know the theme song.
The theme song slaps.
The theme
song is so good.
It's one of the best, most like iconic anime themes ever. So sell me on Tokyo Ghoul because I've heard like things up and down and bullshit like that.
I just think the manga. It's just I think it's such a good story about like because like deep down it's about like discrimination and shit. Like they're the ghoul people don't want the ghouls and all that, and they're like in all fairness to eat people. Mm-hmm. You don't want people like you say what you want about people. You don't want somebody's like I'm gonna eat your kid. You're like
I don't like you.
I don't like you. Which is fair, but like it's just the art and the story, and I love the characters. Like just the characters are so they. It sounds weird. It incorporates so well into like the art style of the world.
Okay.
Like, and there's so many amazing, just like, you know how like mangas they get like they get you with those big like spreads.
Yeah.
I Tokyo Ghoul has like good ones. They have like the really good like they're really good at like the insane hyper focus by the face where they go insane.
I love that.
And it's just great.
Yeah.
It's just so good. And then they made the anime, and I'm like, it starts off okay. The anime starts off okay, and then it's just like, what is this?
Yeah.
Why are they doing this? And I also just think the abilities and stuff of the ghouls are really cool. And it's the one thing, because I hate, because they just stick with ghouls.
Yeah.
They don't introduce other shit. There's like, oh yeah, there's also like werewolves and vampires and fucking creatures from the Black Lagoons.
So, explain what ghouls are, because I don't know.
I'm trying to remember if this is just something I came up with in my head or if it's something I can explain later. I don't know if it ever gets into like the origins of what that definitely gets into the origins of where the ghouls come from. I'm just trying to remember because I haven't read this in a while.
Yeah.
So pretty much ghouls, for the most part, are indistinguishable from humans.
Okay.
Except they do not have the ability to consume any human food. Like they can't eat food.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
They eat it, they'll just throw it up. Like they physically cannot, and it all tastes like shit to them.
Yeah.
All they can do is they eat people. They eat human flesh. That's what they needed to survive.
Of course.
And they have something called I think they call it like I'm gonna butcher this. You know how bad I am with a kagune, I believe, a kagune or something like that, where it's essentially like a tail.
Yeah.
But it's made of like energy, and like it's pretty much, and so like they use it to like defend themselves, and they each have like their own special ones. They're all like super strong, super fast. They're basically like, like Edward Cullen's like, I'm the ultimate predator.
Yeah.
It's that shit. Like
yeah.
But the only thing they can consume that humans can consume is they can drink coffee. Coffee helps subside the urges.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know why. So like the main hangout is a coffee shop. Like that's that's like their cover is like they run a coffee shop. And pretty much what the story is the guy on the cover.
Yeah.
He is a human. But he gets there's an accident and he gets a ghoul's organ transplanted into him and it turns him into like a half ghoul.
Oh shit.
He still can't eat human food.
Yeah.
Like he has to still so he has to come to terms with all this and like learn the world and learn that ghouls aren't like all monsters.
Yeah.
Like there's ghouls that subside entirely on like suicide victims. Like they won't eat living people.
Wow.
Like they won't touch it. Like they're just trying to live a life and they don't want to have to eat people and stuff.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. I mean, that's more deep than I thought.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. It's very Hot Topic. Like you find this shit all over Hot Topic.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I think. Oh no, I have 2 on here. I guess 3 on here that you could find a lot of in Hot Topic.
4.
4, yeah.
Yep.
I guess, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you can find a lot of this at Hot Topic,
Yeah.
but there's like 2 on here that would have like entire sections at Hot Topic.
Yeah.
That's how I judge things. Is how
Yeah.
hot topicable they are.
My God. Okay. Cool. I think it's on the app, right? Shonen Up?
Should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to read it because I've heard nothing but good things. So next up, here we go. Get your shots ready because it's another Dragon Ball Z thing on Do You Watch Anime?
Look, you have a podcast
Yeah.
about anime with just a bunch of people in their mid to late 20s.
Yeah.
It's all going to be Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon.
Yeah. It's true. It's true. It's a meme at this point.
Is there a cat behind me?
There is a cat behind you.
God. No, Dragon Ball Z. I love Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of the ones that we talked about it in the last episode that we did together, where we got like the Shonen Jump monthlies where it was chapters.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z was in it.
Yep.
And then I remember my local library didn't have like a book limit. You could take out as many books as you wanted.
Oh shit.
And I'm like, that's bad. And I took out the entirety of Dragon Ball in one go.
Yeah.
And then I read it all. I took it back, and then I took out all of Dragon Ball Z.
Holy fuck.
And I read it all.
Jesus.
And it might have been the first manga that I ever like truly like read.
Wow.
Because I was like young.
Yeah.
Like I think I was like 9
Hell
or 10
yeah.
when I read it all.
Yeah.
Because I was like, this shit's awesome. Because
Yeah.
I remember. So Dragon Ball Z was a first for me in a lot of ways. Like, it was the first anime that I owned all of on DVD as well.
Okay, yeah,
Do you remember the orange box sets?
Yep,
I owned
had
all
those.
those.
Yeah,
I
I
still
had
have
those
them.
too.
I owned all of
Yeah,
them.
wow.
And then I bought them all on Blu-ray when they came out on Blu-ray too. I owned
course.
Kai. I love Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
And I think it's just because, like, you know me, super into like superpowered stuff,
Yeah.
super into martial arts stuff.
Yeah.
I'm into like it's just kind of like my cup of tea all rolled up into one.
Yeah.
And I just love it.
Yeah.
Majin Buu's the best. I know I get a lot of hate for loving the Buu saga so much, but I
Yeah.
love the Buu saga.
I like parts of it.
I love Gotenks.
Gotenks is fucking sick. Yeah, I grew up loving because the height of Dragon Ball Z for me in my like childhood was when Cell was going on. So I think that was my favorite, but looking back, I think I don't remember anything about the Buu saga. I'll be honest, cuz I don't know, I just don't remember. He's looking at me like he wants to kill me. No,
We just have to watch all of Dragon Ball Z.
That is one thing it is one thing I do want to do eventually is just rewatch. Or
Even
at
if
least,
let's just watch Kai. Let's just let's
exactly.
just watch Dragon Ball.
Just watch Kai.
Dragon Ball Z Kai. We'll just
Yeah.
sit down. Did you ever call it Dragon Ball Z?
My dad wanted me to call it Dragon Ball Z because he's British, and I'm like,
I mean, we're in Canada. It's still Z.
oh yeah.
Like,
I never called it Dragon Ball Z because the Zone never said Dragon
and
Ball Z.
it's
so
also the fact that the Canadian theme song was like Dragon
Ball Z. Yeah.
But like, I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
I just, it's Z.
It's
I
Z.
feel like it's a word on its own.
It is. It's just it's ugh.
But don't get me started on Dragon Ball Super.
Oh no, we're not gonna even touch on that.
The movies are good.
Yeah,
I like
movies
the
are great.
The movies are great.
Yeah, anything. It takes a lot for me to drop an anime. That was one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
that was a highlight. That was a highlight watch for me because it was just like, oh, what happened? Okay, I can watch this fight and this
They should
fight.
just do it all as movies.
Yeah,
The movies have been great so far. Like,
Yeah.
what is it? It's been technically only 2 Super movies, but
yeah.
they redid the other 2 movies into Super as well in the anime.
Which fucking pisses. We talked about this. It fucking pisses me off.
Dragon Ball. You mean Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan?
Yeah,
Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Super Saiyan Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan?
yeah. I just.
Super.
How do you feel about the new one coming out? That's going to come out next year.
The internet one, like the online one, the one where they're little again.
Yeah.
Isn't that just an internet thing?
No, it's going to air. Like, on Japanese
It's
TV.
not canon though, is it? They're
I-
still doing
that
Super.
I don't know.
It can't be canon. If it's canon, I'll hate it.
Yeah.
But if it's just like a fun little look at this thing.
I think it's just for the anniversary or something.
Because
but-
again, I'm one of the weirdos. I don't mind GT.
Yep.
But again, I look at it. I admit I have a very big nostalgia lens when it comes to
Yeah.
it, because that was like on TV and stuff when I was little. Like I would
Yep.
watch it on TV.
I was like, whoa, Goku's penis is right there.
And I'm like, hey, look, Trunks. Trunks is cool, kinda.
Yeah.
And this
He's got
one,
a sword.
Pan is stupid. Super Saiyan 4 is awesome.
Yep.
They should have did
good.
that instead of
They should have.
making rainbow Super Saiyans.
Yep. Fuck. Anyway, moving on. Next we have One Piece.
One Piece.
One Piece. So good. So good.
I love One Piece.
So do I.
I think it's the only. I mean, I guess My Hero's still going. It's the only one on here that's like still going, and it started before most of these other ones.
Yeah.
I think Dragon Ball started before. Dragon Ball Z started
Yes.
before One Piece.
Yes, it did.
But other than that, it's the one that's been going this entire time.
Yep.
It's great. I love One Piece so
It's
much.
great. It's great.
I still read it week to week. I have never reread One Piece because I haven't stopped reading it.
Yeah.
So I just go week to week with it.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, right? It's like I've said in past episodes, I pick it up and drop it and pick it up. Last week, I want to say, we watched One Piece Red. I
saw that.
fucking loved it.
And One Piece Red was so good.
So good. Like, oh my God. And like, I know the dub gets shit on, but I just love the dub so much. It's just so much fun.
The thing is, I am a very much a subbed person.
Yeah.
But I do have weaknesses for a lot, especially on this list. I have a
Yeah.
lot of weaknesses for like childhood dubs. Like I 100% can watch it with no issues. Like One Piece is one I can put on the One Piece dub,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
and not maybe not the 4Kids one.
No,
But
we don't talk
I
about
love
that.
the 4Kids theme
Dude.
song.
Oh yeah, 4Kids theme song, perfect.
But like
Sanji being like, "Hey,
hey,
Luffy,
you got you hungry, Luffy?
Hey, you hungry, Luffy?" I'm like, "What the fuck is going on?"
But yeah, no, like I can watch the dub for One Piece.
Yeah.
I know we're supposed to be talking about manga, but like the thing is, a lot of these are correlated with
Yeah,
anime.
totally.
Like it's the point of it.
Yeah.
But no, I read One Piece weekly. I think it's great. Reading One Piece weekly infuriates me when it comes to the anime because the
Yeah.
pacing of the anime. I get it; they have to like pace it at a certain way so they don't run out of chapters and stuff to animate. But I don't like it.
So, speaking of long anime, actually this is right after Froppy's episode, so perfect. I started watching Black Clover
Oh, okay.
and I fucking love it. But it also has that same. It's by the people who made Shippuden,
Yeah.
so it's got that they're used to doing it every single week for years. But there are certain things that I'm on episode 20, and there's some things I'm starting to pick up that I'm like, I hate this part where they give you this is what happened on for 5 minutes.
Yeah. I feel like Black Clover is the most shonen ever.
Literally,
It's just the
It
most
is.
like stereotypical,
100%.
like tropey, like
literally, I can
I
turn
don't
my
hate
brain
it.
off. Yeah.
I'm not caught up in the anime.
Mm-hmm.
I watched the movie,
Yeah.
but it takes place. I know what happens because I've read some of the manga as well for that.
Mm-hmm.
Not on the list, but I have read it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
It has some cool parts.
Yeah. It's just I can turn my brain off. It's fun shonen,
Yeah.
I really like it. I like the world. I think it's fun. Asta has grown on me. I thought I was gonna
just
hate
a
him.
buff little boy.
I thought I was gonna hate him, and then he
Screams a lot.
screams
But yeah,
so
do
much.
I.
But yeah, so does Luffy. So does like Goku. Like that's literally
But Asta also just has like I mean, are you watching the dubbed?
yeah.
Okay, and the subbed, he has the most like scratchy voice.
Oh,
like
yeah?
it's like kind of ear piercing at
Oh,
points. Like,
God.
ugh. Yeah.
Yeah.
One Piece is great.
Great.
It's the people call it the GOAT for a reason.
Mhm.
Like it's been going for how long for a purpose. Like
Yeah.
it has never like diminished in popularity.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it definitely if it's on anybody's people, but it's also one of those people say I'm not into it. I'm like I agree, But if it's in somebody's top 10, I'm like, I agree.
Yeah.
Like, it's because, like, there's so much to it. Either you like it or you don't. Like, it's not weird if you don't.
Yeah. I almost put it on here on mine, but I just haven't caught up, so I can't like talk to it. But it was definitely, like I said, it was the reason I bought Shonen Jump for so many years, because I was like, ooh, pirates, ooh, blood, ooh, what is this?
My reason is the next one on the list.
Oh, yeah? What's the next one on the list?
It's Naruto, baby.
All right, we can hear Amy screaming from here.
Look, I am shocked how much Amy and I don't talk about Naruto. I love Naruto.
I sent her a
so
picture
much.
of this. I sent her a picture of your list. She was like, Naruto. I was like, yeah, you've spoken about this before. This is not new information.
I love Naruto so much.
Yeah.
And it's because, like, when I was little, I was like, I look like Naruto, dude. Just like blonde hair, blue eyes, ADHD is shit.
Voice scratchy. Like,
yeah.
Believe it.
The only difference is he's got a fox.
Yeah.
I got the tism. That's my jinjuriki. The 10-tailed tism.
Fuck. So, again, as someone who has watched, I've read none of it. Why did you put it on the list?
Again, because this is like, oh, bye. This is one where it was like super early for me. Like, this is early, like literally the three in the middle here, like the last three, those are like my earliest manga memories I have, are all because of the Shonen Jump. Like they were all in it. But yeah, just Naruto was my favorite because it was ninjas, and I fucking loved ninjas when I was little. Like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, great.
Yep.
If anybody has not seen the movies for Three Ninjas, you need to watch Three Ninjas. I made Reed watch one. It's just, so the tagline for the movie, it's a movie from like, I think like 95 or 96 or something, or maybe a little earlier.
Yeah.
It's if Home Alone meets Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's just these three boys that were taught ninjutsu by their grandfather, and they get burgled, and then they get and they have to like fend off the burglars and stuff with ninjutsu, and it's awesome, and it's so good, so funny.
Jesus, that sounds like
it's the most 90s movie ever.
I was gonna say, that sounds like a trip.
We're gonna watch it on my birthday.
Oh my god,
that's one of my plans for my birthday. Is I want to sit everybody down and make them watch all these movies that they've never seen that I watch religiously. I need to expose everybody to the shit that goes on in my brain constantly.
Fuck. So you like ninjas?
Yes.
So have you read all of it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Not Boruto. Boruto sucks.
Well, yeah. I was talking about like
Boruto, more like a bullshit.
Oh damn! God damn. So Naruto and Shippuden.
Yes. I have such a vivid memory, like an extremely vivid memory of getting the weekly shonen, like those monthly Shonen Jump books.
Yeah.
In Naruto ending. And then getting not knowing anything about it, because it was like, God, when did Shippuden come out? Like, this is 6?
Yeah,
7?
I think it was 06.
I want
to say it was 06.
I wasn't like super online at that point. There wasn't super online stuff. I didn't know about like forums and shit. I watched YouTube videos, like, but not like about anime. I watched Family Guy clips.
Same here. Yeah.
But so I remember getting the next one because I would get them in the mail. Like, I had the subscription. I'd get it in the mail, and then on the front cover, it's just Naruto, but older. And I'm like, what is this? And like, you do not understand how much I scout. It is the reason I started watching subtitled anime.
Wow.
Because I think when the anime came out, I needed to watch it.
Okay.
I watched it online. Like, it was one of the first things that I like watched. I turned into a pirate, and I just sailed the 7 seas of piracy, and I watched it online.
Yeah.
And there was no dub for it yet because I didn't understand how subbing and dubbing worked. I'm like, where the fuck is the English? But I watched it, and I'm like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
And it was like, it's perpetually in my top 3 favorite anime of all time. Like, it's
really,
I adore Naruto. I think it has some of the best story. Mm-hmm. The characters are awesome. I always related to Naruto and Choji because I was also the fat kid in high school. So I was like, I'm Choji, baby.
All right, as long as you're not Team Sasuke, you can stay.
No.
Good.
Sasuke, like, I was like, why are they going after him? Let him go.
Yeah.
He's a shithead. He's an angsty little kid.
Piece of shit.
Let him go.
Yeah.
one of my favorite parts in all Naruto is when they have like they're gonna have like their rooftop clash where like he's using the Chidori and he's using the Rasengan and they hit the water towers.
Ooh.
And Sasuke's like, yeah, I made a bigger hole. Then he looks at the back and Naruto's just fucking just blew out the back. He's like, ah.
Yeah. So you can put your nostalgia glasses on do you rather Naruto or Shippuden?
See, I pick Shippuden for the most part, except for one specific arc of Naruto,
Okay.
which is the Sasuke retrieval arc, where it's like, where it's like the 5 main like dudes, they go out and they have to go get Sasuke. So it's Naruto, Shikamaru, Choji, Kiba, and Neji. And Neji was my favorite. Neji was like my favorite character for the early ones. Like, he's so fucking cool. The ability to see everywhere, awesome. Like, why does everybody care about the Sharingan when you could have the fucking Byakugan? Byakugan was so much cooler. Like, and then you just got they all got their own fights and stuff. And then there's like the Rock Lee fight with Kimi, with like I can't remember his name. Kidomaru? I can't remember. The Bone guy, Bone Boy. Yeah. And he gets drunk and he just fucking goes. It's so good.
That I have seen. I've seen clips of the fights and stuff.
And I'm sure you've seen the clip as well where Rock Lee has to fight Gaara and he stands on. He's like, take him off, Lee, and he drops him and he makes the craters and he just goes.
Yeah, he's just
awesome. It's
so
like
good.
Naruto. So to win me over in anime is not in like a manga is not hard.
Okay.
Especially with shonen. If they give me like the hero moments that give me like chills.
Okay.
My Hero does it all the time.
Oh, yeah,
Naruto does it all the time. Like the main one I can think of is there's like the pain arc where he like he has to like Naruto's off training. A guy invades the village. It looks doomed, and then Naruto just appears, and he's just standing there, and it gives me full body chills every time. And that's why I like watch shit like this because I'm just like, this is so cool. Yeah, it's just awesome. But Naruto is like it's peak. It's so fucking good.
It's peak. So we're gonna go to our the newest one on this list, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
And that is is it controversial?
To like Demon Slayer?
Yeah.
Like the manga or just in general?
Just in like put it on your like top 9 list. I
think you and I have a lot of the same opinions on Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
I think it is super easy to take in, super easy, and like that's why it's on there because it's just easy. You don't have to like. And the thing is, it's easy, but it's also extremely nice to look at. Yeah, manga and anime, like there's just some art in it that's just incredible.
So good.
So like you get the super easy, digestible story. Like it's cool. It's like it also has really emotional moments. Like don't get me wrong.
Of course.
Do I think the pacing near the end of Demon Slayer is a little yes.
Yeah.
But overall, I just like it a lot. Like maybe it's because it is the newest one on here and I've read it fairly recently. Yeah. Because I didn't read the manga until you and I started hanging out. I didn't start reading it until not long ago. Wow. Yeah, so it's the most recent one that I've read on this list. And so maybe that's why?
Recency bias, I don't know. But yeah, it surprised me when it was on there.
Yeah? Yeah. I just like it a lot.
Yeah.
I just think it has cool characters. Yeah. I like swords. Swords are always sick. Yeah. But, like, I don't have much to say about it besides the fact that it's Demon Slayer.
It's Demon Slayer. Like, it's pretty, like I said, it's just like the story. It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah. And then it's like a simple story, simple name.
Yeah.
Like, it's all in the name.
Yeah. And, like, there's a reason why it's, like, the most popular.
Yeah. And I admit that there are like the thing is like this top 9 is not what I do this thing. I have a very critical brain. I do it with movies all the time where I think I'm like, is this movie like I know when a movie is good and I know when I like a movie. Yeah. A movie doesn't necessarily have to be good for me to like it, and I don't have to like it if it's good. Yeah. Like because whenever I ask somebody, I always ask, what's your favorite movie and what do you think is the best movie? Because they're not the same thing. They're never the same thing.
Okay.
So, and I do the same thing with this. Like, I know this is not the best manga of all time, but I really like it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I do the same thing with anime, where, like, My Hero is my favorite, but I still think my Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is the best anime. Like, straight up.
Like, I was going to say, my favorite anime is ones nobody ever heard of, so.
Exactly, yeah. Literally. Which we still have to watch.
We will.
So moving on from Demon Slayer, because it's pretty straightforward. What the blue hell is this? And I hope I got the right cover, because
this is the right cover.
Okay,
don't worry.
Okay.
This, my friend, is Earth's mightiest disciple, Kenichi. This is another one, much like Reborn, where it was. I think it was from around the same time. The anime went for a good amount of time. Like there's a solid amount of episodes, but it didn't finish. Like they, and then they continued it with some OVAs and stuff after.
Yeah.
But again, so I just read the manga. I just picked up the manga, started reading it. It's about this kid named Kenichi. He is a little bit of a bully. He's not a bully. He gets bullied. He's a little bitch boy sometimes.
Okay. I was like,
so he joins like his school's like judo team, but turns out it's just full of bullies. So he meets this girl, the one on the cover there.
Yeah.
And she knows some martial arts, and so she teaches him like a step or two, and he uses it on this bully, and the guy gets all pissed off. But then it turns out her grandfather is like the world's greatest martial artist.
Oh shit!
And he has a dojo that is home to the 5 greatest martial artists in like the world.
Okay.
So he basically enrolls in this. He basically starts going to this dojo and is taught by the 5 greatest martial artists in the world. Like there's one that does karate, one that does Muay Thai, one's a weapons expert, one does kung fu, and the other does like aikido.
Okay. Yeah.
So he just like starts learning martial arts. But the thing is, like, it's one of those things where you just see him training and like it does pay off, but you don't realize how good he's getting till he goes up against like somebody who gave him troubles in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like at one point you just see him take his shirt off and he's just shredded at one point. You don't see it happen. Like you don't notice it. And then he's just like, oh wow, he got kind of buff. Like he's just like toned and shit.
Going back to Demon Slayer, that was the one time where I went, ooh, was when Zenitsu, Tanjiro, and Inosuke are training. Like before they go out with Tengen,
and they're all short.
And they're
and
all
buff,
they're all short and buff, and I'm like, ew, put the shirt on. Like we're used to Inosuke, but like Tanjiro and Zenitsu, I'm like, ew, stop. That's so gross. It's the same with Asta. I'm like, ew,
short, loud, and buff.
Literally. Anyway, that sounds.
Yeah, and it's just like
it's
just like very also like because each of the masters have like their own distinct personalities, and then he starts making other friends with like. So I'm a sucker for a boxing character.
Okay.
I don't know why. I just like when characters are boxers. Like, and there's a character in this. I can't remember his name, but he's a boxer, and pretty sure he's voiced by like the Japanese voice. His Japanese voice actor is Frankie from One Piece.
Oh shit!
So he has like that voice, and
I
like it a lot. And like he just, I don't know, it's just very good. And like so, pretty much, he starts doing these martial arts, and then it turns out there's like. It starts getting kind of unrealistic at points. Like it starts getting like you don't. There's nothing really unrealistic about it till you meet the masters that are doing all this like superhuman shit.
Yeah. And
then you slowly he starts getting more like up there, and so more shit like that starts happening. And there's like this whole underground like a team of teenager like martial artists that like use it to like bully people, not bully per se, but they're actually like a gang, and they like do like crimes and shit.
Yeah.
And so like they're called like the Hands of Ragnarok, I think. And they all have like a Norse mythology name.
Oh my god.
So like they have to. So he starts like he doesn't want to, but he keeps having to accidentally fight. Like they just keep trying to fight him, and he's like, "What do you guys want?"
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's good.
Yeah. So it's the martial arts aspect you like about it.
Yeah. And I don't know why. It was also like I watched it a lot growing up, and I just like it a lot.
Yeah. Sounds a lot like not a lot, but kind of reminds me of Mob, like Mob Psycho.
I haven't watched it.
It's so good. It's so good. It is so good.
I think I haven't watched it due to my disdain for One Punch Man.
They're two different things.
I know. But look,
it's so different.
He make manga about dude who punch the best. Now he make manga about dude who think the best.
But Mob is such a complex character.
I know. I'll watch it. I'll watch it.
But it just reminds me of that because he's just a guy who wants to.
He also just wants to date this girl. He's like, she's super hot. I want to be with her. And so that's half the reason he keeps getting involved in this shit. He's like, she's hot.
King shit. That's some manga. That's some Yep.
And he keeps trying to like protect her, but she's like 100 times better of a martial artist than
Yeah.
he is. And like every fight that he gets in this, she could solve with no problem. But she's like, nah, it's his fight.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Last but not least, what is this manga?
This is, I was trying to think of a really bad one to say. It's Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah.
That's the action. I couldn't think of a funny one. And like, again, it's one that's just like, I think it's one of the best, like Full Metal Alchemist, the anime and manga, like especially specifically Brotherhood
Yeah.
and the manga, just one of the best stories like ever. Like
yeah.
it's just perfection.
Yeah.
It's incredible. And I feel like we talked about Full Metal Alchemist enough where I don't need to like go into it because it's it's the same thing for the anime as it is the manga. Like
yeah.
it's perfect.
It is.
Also, fun fact, this isn't a fun fact for you, for the people listening.
Yeah.
Reed had no reaction to the dog scene in the anime.
No, he did not.
He just sat there
Yep.
like some stone cold asshole.
He just came out of the room and put his thumbs up. So, he's just.
Yeah, he's here.
Yeah.
You can't get rid of the guy.
I don't know what
He's also homeless, apparently, because he's here all the time.
Yeah.
Sorry, I enjoy having time with my friends.
So yeah, it's just perfect. Like I said, I think it was with Froppy or Sam. I don't remember which one. All of these bleed together. I still think like watching the first episode with Reed again. It's the best first episode I've.
Yeah. And it's
like,
also so good because like a lot of like
it's just
like every other ones I put on here, the power systems always have like some weird thing in them. You know what I mean? Like it's always like, oh, but I feel like alchemy is very cut and dry, like equivalent exchange. You can't take without giving.
Yep.
Except for the fact that like some of the characters they gave like part of their body to do more stuff, and that's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
It's pretty self-explanatory, and like so it makes it super simple, but like the story is very complex.
Yeah.
And then like there's also just so many good characters.
There
and
is
parts in it, and it's just awesome.
Yeah. Who's your favorite character?
In all of
Full Metal.
I think I like Ed.
Yeah.
Like I see the thing is I admit this. I have such a bad habit of this where my favorite character is always the main character.
Oh, same here.
Like I always do that. Like for everything.
All of my fucking cosplays are like, I'll cosplay Tanjiro, I'll cosplay Deku, because like I don't know why I just connect more with.
It also doesn't help that when I say I'll cosplay a character, people always tell me to cosplay the main character.
Yeah.
Because I have that every guy face.
Yeah.
Like I just look like a guy.
Yeah.
So I just fit in.
Yeah. And then they're like, you should cosplay Ned Flanders. And I'm like, fuck you. All right.
Stupid sexy
Stupid sexy Flanders. All right. We're going to change to mine. So we'll be right back. All right.
All right. We good?
We're good. So
Hey.
my
Hey.
3x3 is complicated.
I see not enough shonen for my liking.
Yeah. Actually, there is, I think, 1, 2, 3,
There's
4,
like four.
5. 5 shonen. Yeah.
Which
The
one?
one
are these?
beside my hero is shonen.
The
Yep.
really?
Yeah. It's shonen. First one, okay. Preface, okay? We got to preface this. This got me back into reading manga a couple years ago. Meaning a year and a half, 2 years ago. It is called Sweat and Soap. So it sounds like a doujin. It sounds like a hentai. It is not. The premise is this guy works at oh god, it sounds so bad, but it's so good. He works at a kind of like a place like Lush, like that, like a fragrance
Like a soapy place that gives me a headache every time I walk into it.
Yeah, exactly. Something like that. And so he's like high up. He works with like the scents and stuff. His nose is crazy. He's like famous for it in that company. And then the woman is a office worker. She works in like accounting or something.
She's sweaty.
Yeah.
Ew.
She just sweats a lot. And so she can't really wear like t-shirts. She has to like kind of like pat down. She has to shower every day kind of stuff. So
Ew, showering every day, gross.
I know, right? So they pass in the hallway, and she's been sweating a little bit because she's had like a stressful day, and he
fucking smelled
her, and apparently he loves her scent
All right, Edward Cullen.
so much.
That's the second Twilight. That's like multiple Twilight references I've made so far.
Yeah, good job. But yeah, he loves her scent, and it goes from there. They start dating, and it's actually really cute, and it Casper's just playing with the mic. It's fine. Jesus. Yeah, it just goes from there. It's about real people. Casper, my God. Yeah, it's about adults. My God. This fucking cat. I know, it's not you, Reed, for once. I'm kidding. But yeah, it's really cute. It tackles like real relationship issues as well. Like insecurity and like all that fun stuff. Thank you, Casper, for your input.
Can you hear that on the?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
At least through my like headphones.
That's so funny.
Yeah. But yeah, it's really cute. It was the first romance I like bought from like number 1 to number, I think it was 11 of volumes. So it's really cute. What you doing there, bud? There we go. Good boy. But yeah, that's Sweat and Soap. It's really cute.
Sounds stinky.
Yeah. But yeah, it's actually like a really nicely like written story. It's got good heart. Yeah. Next one is the one I read most recently. It's done. It was made in like 2010-ish, I think. It's named Kimi Todoke. It's a shoujo about a girl who's awkward and has just an awkward face. And yeah, I know. It's really funny because
why did I try to say shape a Sarah insult out of that? I was really like Sarah.
Oh my God.
Awkward bitch.
Jesus Christ. So fuck. Anyway, she's got this like awkward face I put in quotation marks because she's just a normal person.
She just looks like a person.
She looks like a normal person, yet she like creeps
Relatable.
people out by her normal face. And then she falls for the popular guy who also falls for her. And then it's just a cute little romance about that. And I just love it. It was just, yeah.
You do like a good shoujo.
I love a good shoujo.
I like romance. I've never read a romance manga. Like I watch anime. I just don't read the mangas. I don't know why. I just never got into it.
Yeah. This one actually is the most
What the fuck does that say?
Freerin.
Freerin?
Yeah. It's airing right now, this season. And I'm reading the manga. And it is absolutely fantastic. I wanted to put a fantasy on here because I love fantasy, and growing up, this is kind of what the shit I was reading like in novels. And it is just such a beautiful story of this elf who, elves live for thousands of years. So
yeah, I know about elves. God, Adam.
So she like goes off with this party for 10 years,
like a questing party.
Yeah,
or
like a questing party.
Party.
No, like a questing party, and for 10 years they beat the Demon King, and then she goes off and doesn't see them for 50 years, and when she comes back, they're old.
They're like, huh?
Yeah, and the blue-haired guy up there passes away.
Oh,
and she realizes how fleeting human life is. So
tell me about
this whole story is about Freerin making moments with the people in her life, and it is absolutely beautiful.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's got some great action.
I like those things.
Mm-hmm.
What is there like? Where do you read manga?
I either read it physically or I read it on Viz and Shonen.
Okay, I have Shonen Jump. I was reading on Viz, but they took they started limiting Viz, didn't they?
They rebranded. They're not rebranded, but they put it out. That's how I read all of Community Todoke. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it like a different subscription now, or is it still
It's
like
a different subscription. So I have 2 subscriptions.
But
it's like
I like
it's
paying
$3.
my $3.
It's $3 for both. So yeah. I think it's worth it. But yeah.
All right, tell me about this bitch you can't talk.
Next one is Comey Can't Communicate. Obviously, I got Jen to watch the anime.
Really?
Yeah, I
Oh.
got Jen to watch the anime. It's fucking. She came to Moon's party and she's like, "Yeah, I watched through all of Comey," and I was like, "I'm sorry, what? You're just telling me this now?"
We could have did this. We could have talked about this earlier.
Yeah.
Could have this all night.
God, but yeah, it's about a girl who has social anxiety, who can barely talk because she has social anxiety. What's on with this?
What are you
phone?
doing on your phone, Reed? Oh, it looked like bondage equipment. I kept seeing like belts and straps and shit. I was like,
Even when I'm trying to be quiet, I somehow pop
You're okay. You're okay. It's funny.
Look up shank swords if you want to know specifics.
fake fan.
Anyway, Comey can't communicate. Comey cannot communicate. There you go. No. It's about her making 100 friends because that's her goal,
100 friends.
to make
baby.
100 friends.
In high school, that's nothing. In adult life, that's too many.
Yeah. But yeah,
I have like 5, and 2 of them are on this couch.
Jesus. Yeah,
You know
Comey.
what's gonna be awesome with that line?
What?
The other 3 have to figure it out.
Everyone's
One
gonna
of them's
be like,
obviously my wife.
Yeah.
So the other 2, they gotta find those spots.
Yeah. So Comey that's her goal, and then Todd No, who is the guy. I know.
What's his name?
Todd No.
Todd. No.
It's Tadano, but like in the English dub they say Todd No, and then in the Japanese they say Todd No, but like the way it's written in English is Tadano. So I
Okay.
don't know which one it is. But he's like literally the most plain character you've ever met, but like helps Comey and is very nice. He's
Okay.
you know,
He's just there.
he's just there, and then it turns into a little bit of romance.
You said that's in Shonen?
It's not in Shonen Jump, but it's a shonen, like it's in that genre of like
Really?
yeah.
But there's nobody fighting each other.
Nope. Shonen. There's shonen romance. I'm reading a romance on Jump right now. 2 actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
My world is being blown open.
Yeah.
Let me
Yeah.
open
One
my
of my
Shonen
favorite
Jump app
romances
right
I'm
now.
reading right now is on the Shonen Jump app. Yeah.
Oh,
Go watch go read Blue Box. It's about badminton.
Yo, do you know something that's gross?
What?
Speaking of Blue Box, like I said, I think I mentioned it last time that I like Percy Jackson.
Yeah.
He loves blue waffles, and it's mentioned many times because his mom dyes all of his food blue because it's his favorite color and it's a bit. And he specifically says blue waffles multiple times. I'm like, ugh. Gross.
Jesus. Next one is
Sorry.
My Hero. That's probably my favorite manga. But yeah, it's probably my favorite manga because yeah, it's My Hero.
It's just good.
It's just good.
It's just fun. It's
It
just
is fun.
awesome.
It's fun. It's awesome. I know. Sorry?
Who's your favorite in My Hero besides like Deku?
That's hard. Yeah. I know. Can I pick a tie?
Yeah, sure.
Because I think it's a tie. I think it's a tie between All Might and Arms. What's his name?
Is it not Shoji?
Shoji. That's it.
Is that it? Yeah.
Yeah,
I love him too.
I love him so much.
his moment in the manga.
Yeah.
I won't go into specifics, but
That's what made him like.
it's incredible.
Yeah,
It's out of like all the it's not a spoiler to say that they like give every character a highlight in the manga
Yeah.
and like the recent chapters.
yeah,
His is the best.
yeah.
He has the best like highlight. And
Oh,
it's
100%.
incredible.
And I like the writing through that arc. Oh my god, that mini arc, I guess.
Yeah, like because like I know people were getting pissed because they're like, just show us Deku, and they were showing like all the. I loved it. I loved
Yeah,
getting
so
more of the
did I.
characters because that's one of the things I love about it.
Yeah,
My favorite's Lemillion.
of course it is.
Him. If I had to pick a second, it's probably Tokoyami
Yeah, yeah.
or Tailman.
Really?
I love Tailman.
Tailman?
No one talks about how like during the USJ raid he was just by himself kicking ass.
Yeah, it's true.
He's like, whatever, I just hit and run. And he just kicked the shit out of a bunch of people by himself.
See, when I wasn't like caught up with the manga, I was like, that's sus. That's probably the
mole.
the mole. And then turns out it's not.
Have you
Tailbone.
read the spin-off manga, The Vigilantes?
I've read 10 chapters. I'm up to.
They officially confirmed an anime, right?
Yep.
Oh, I'm so fucking excited.
Yep.
I love
I don't know if Bones is animating.
I hope
it.
so.
I hope so.
because like it's very. I love that. I
Yeah.
love that manga. Like
Yeah,
it explores just such like an unseen world for
Yeah,
My Hero.
100%.
Like what happens if you want to be a hero but you're not licensed?
Yeah,
Like it's awesome.
it's fucking sick.
And
And
like
I'm loving the characters so far.
yeah,
Yeah,
Crawler is awesome.
yeah,
He's such a cool quirk, and you just learn about it and stuff. It's awesome.
yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, I just love My Hero. I could talk about My Hero for hours.
My Hero podcast coming soon.
Oh my fucking god. Next is Chainsaw Man. Still going on. Yes. I put Chainsaw Man on here because no manga in recent memory has
Chainsaws.
yes, chainsaws. That's it. Anyway, next up, no. Has given me such a deep dread of emotions other than what's after Chainsaw Man.
Yeah.
Because it's just the twists and turns, because I didn't read any spoilers. I just read the manga. It was before the anime came out.
Yeah.
So
Me too.
yeah. I was in the emergency room. I had a problem with my ribs, whatever. I was in the emergency room waiting for a doctor, reading the end of Chainsaw Man because I had nothing else to do. I was just
you
waiting.
went and checked yourself into the trauma ward after?
Literally, holy shit. I was texting Moon like, what the fuck? This just happened. I was crying in the fucking, waiting for the fucking doctor.
What chapter would that have been? Because it's still going on. Like, when was
Yeah,
this?
this was...
Because I'm also caught up in Chainsaw Man. Like, I read Chainsaw Man.
This was years ago. This was before the break finished.
Okay.
So this was like this was part one.
Okay.
So it was not right at the very end, but near the end when some other, things happen. Yeah, I bawled like a little baby because I think Denji is so misunderstood. I think as a character, because a lot of people are just like, he just likes boobs.
That's the thing. Like I've tried to talk to people
I
about
fucking
like
hate
how to
that.
watch. I don't know if Reed was one of them. I talked to people about Chainsaw Man. And
Yeah.
they're like, oh, what is it? I'm like, it's just about a guy,
Yeah,
and like he had nothing in life,
Yeah.
so he just wants a simple thing. So he just wants to touch a boob, and I was like, that's gross. I'm like, no, when you know the way that he wants to do it,
yeah.
it's actually very
Yeah.
nice. Like
Yeah,
he just wants the simple things. He wants
He's
to enjoy
never
life.
had anything.
No,
in
he's
his
had
life.
literally nothing.
Yeah.
So he
like,
just
of
wants
course
the
you're gonna.
simplest things.
Yeah, of course you're gonna act like that.
Yeah.
Like I adore Denji's character, and yeah,
I was very close to putting Chainsaw Man. In
Yeah.
mine. Actually, like you have, I'm not gonna lie, you have 3 on here that I was very close to putting on mine.
Yeah.
It should be very obvious with 3.
Yeah. But yeah, and I think the art in Chainsaw Man is probably my favorite in
It has some really
in
cool.
this list. Because don't get me wrong, I love My Heroes, but it's compared to Chainsaw Man, it's simpler.
Yeah.
I think. Just I remember being mesmerized by the, like you said in Tokyo Ghoul, the double
Yeah.
panels, but it's
My Heroes had some good ones.
oh
though,
100%, 100%. I'm
Oh.
not saying that, but it was the one that really struck me, being like, okay, I fucking love this. It was a double panel of just buildings. It was just such a nice shot of just the world and how fucked up it is. And then I heard Fujimoto's just like, I can't draw. And I'm like, I'm sorry, what? I mean, he's also insane, but like, sorry, what? Yeah, and just like the raw, like, oh, it's just so good. I think it's probably my favorite, like, to look at is Chainsaw Man. Like,
Okay.
especially when he's in his, like, big boy farm. My God. Whew.
I still haven't finished the anime yet. The first season. I'm still. I just didn't. I don't know why I didn't. I'm okay.
Anyway,
I
we're
know the
moving
manga.
on. Next up is Jujutsu Kaisen.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I've shouted out JJK
I feel like we talked about it a lot in the last one
Yeah.
too. Like
every single episode, pretty much.
it was honestly it was. I was gonna put it
Yeah.
on mine, but I knew it was gonna be on yours,
Yeah.
and I was like, I'll keep mine different.
Yeah,
It was the same with Chainsaw Man. I was like,
yeah.
I'll keep it different.
Yeah. It's kind of the same with Chainsaw Man. It's one of those stories that you wouldn't expect to be in Shonen Jump.
No,
Not
it's
at all.
awesome. I love JJK so much.
Yeah. It's really put itself above anything else right now. I think that was me. Yep. And yeah, sorry.
It's cool. I'm doing it too.
All right. And yeah, I just think Jujutsu Kaisen is just a step above anything besides One Piece. Again, I put One Piece in its own category because it doesn't count. It's its own entity, but I think Jujutsu Kaisen is in its own realm of just it's just so good. And like the ways it goes and doesn't go, it's like friggin' made me crazy. Like,
yeah,
it surprised me so many times.
We should take a second and just
Yeah.
talk about the anime because was the new season out when we recorded the last episode, or was it just starting?
It was just starting.
So like we're well into Shibuya now,
Yeah.
the Shibuya arc. I think what's his name, Choso.
Yeah.
The fight with him, I literally can't stop thinking about it.
Yeah.
Like I know this shit just happened with Sukuna and Jogo.
Yeah.
The fight with Choso, I just can't get it out of my head. Like it was so awesome because like you could do all the big flashy stuff, but just the freaking part where they're like going just hand to hand like
Yeah.
in the bath, it's incredible.
So good.
So good.
So good.
And like apparently people like the animators weren't satisfied with it or something.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I heard like they're like we didn't get enough time or whatever, and I'm like, what
Oh
are you
my
talking about? This was
God.
perfection.
Yeah. Like, God, it's so good. It just keeps getting better and better. And I can't.
Yeah.
I just love it. Next is A Sign of Affection.
I know nothing about this one.
Yeah, it's it's about a guy. It's a romance. It's a shoujo romance who it's a shoujo romance that this guy who travels the world falls in love with a deaf girl.
I was gonna say, I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
I'm like, is it called Sign of Affection because she speaks sign language?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's so cute. I read the last or the last manga that came out last night, and it's just so fucking cute. I love it. It's just she is probably the most adorable character design I've seen ever. Like she's just it's just the cuteness in a pocket. I don't understand, and it just shows how it's just great to have a person with a disability be front and center.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. I recommend it to everyone. And finally, Yu-Gi-Oh! It was the
Fuck
reason.
yeah.
Yep, it was the reason I started reading the shonen. Sorry. Started reading the Shonen Jumps to begin with.
Did you read
and
the old Yu-Gi-Oh? Like
Yeah.
before it was just about like the cards. It was about like
I have. It was after I read the one with the cards. The other one
And
is
he's just
absolute batshit
fucking
insane.
lighting
It's
dudes on
just-
fire and
yep.
shit.
Yep. I'm just like sick. Yeah. Yeah. You
Okay,
think
I'm gonna give. Okay.
Yeah.
We don't normally acknowledge the Reed in the room,
Yeah.
but Reed's sitting next to me, and it gives me a chance to talk about it. So the original Yu-Gi-Oh, he was the king of games, but it was not a card game. It was every game. So like, there's ones where they play like Russian roulette. Yeah, and there's ones
Literally.
where they're like, we're gonna douse ourselves in gasoline, and we have to hold a match, and whoever bails out first loses. And like, if you died, he just sent your soul to hell. Like, it was literally batshit insane, and they call it Yu-Gi-Oh! Zero, I think.
I think so.
Yeah, it's fucking insane.
It's fucked. It's like
And then one chapter was about the Duel Monsters card game. And then the company was like, we can make a lot of money off this if you just focus on this. So they made him focus on that.
yeah. But yeah, it's a classic. It's good. It's batshit insane when you really break it down.
Yeah.
Like when you look behind like the we
Yugi
can make
boy.
money off. Yeah. Yugi boy.
Yugi boy.
That guy is only
Hey.
20.
Hey, Yugs!
That guy's supposed to be 19. That's a 40-year-old man. That's a 40-year-old. Pegasus is a 40-year-old man.
Who's your favorite character in Yu-Gi-Oh? Like, not the cards, but your favorite character.
Joey.
It's not Bandit Keith. It's not Mako Tsunami. It's not
Oh, God.
Rex. No, what's his name? Rex Raptor? Weevil
God.
Underwood?
Weevil Underwood.
Yeah, throw your Exodia into the river, Yugi. I love Joey's voice, though. Hey,
Hey, Yugs.
baby dragon.
Time wizard. You got that time
Red
wizard.
ass black dragon. I love Yu-Gi-Oh, man. Like,
I
Yu-Gi-Oh's
love it so much.
awesome.
It's so good.
Did you ever watch? Were you super into after the main one, like
No.
GX or anything?
No,
I love GX.
my child, Jesus, my kidness was just like, where's Yugi? Who the fuck is this bitch? And
if
gave
you watch
up.
all of GX, Yugi comes in at the end and,
Oh my
and
God.
duels Jaden. I love GX just because his whole deck is superhero themed. It's the elemental heroes. They're like my favorite archetype of cards. I was super into Yu-Gi-Oh, like
Apparently,
playing Yu-Gi-Oh shit for a
Jesus.
long time.
Jesus.
I still have I think I showed Reed my deck last time. That sounds weird to say.
I showed Reed my deck.
With an E. But yeah, no, like I still have I have a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Jesus, that's insane.
Mm-hmm. So can I ask you a question?
Yeah,
Do you
absolutely.
have anything else to say about Yu-Gi-Oh, or is that your top 9 right there?
No, that's it.
Was there any that you wanted to put on your list, but you didn't because like they're not far enough in, like there's not enough left, or the story's not in there enough, and so you don't know how it's gonna end?
Reed's saying Berserk, but I'm saying Rent a Girlfriend. I almost put Rent a Girlfriend on the list. Freerun was.
I have
almost,
no concept of what Rent a Girlfriend is.
You don't
besides
have to.
Besides hearing what you talk about it, I don't
Yeah.
want to know because I like this world I've built in my head with you.
Yeah, it's a trash pile, you know.
I almost put, because I'm reading it right now, Undead Unluck on it
Oh yeah.
because I'm really
Really?
liking Undead Unluck.
Wow. Okay.
Also, I almost put Kaiju number 8. 'cause
okay.
I, like, it's-
see,
like,
I've heard good
see,
things.
I did what I did because if not, it would be all like modern ones because it's what I'm reading,
Yeah.
right? Like there was one I almost put on there called I think like Medica Box. I don't know if you've ever heard that one. It's a shonen one.
Megalobox?
No,
Yeah.
Medica. Like
Oh, okay.
Medaka.
Yeah.
And it's just about like this girl trying to be cool president, but she also has like powers and she has to fight all these people. It's really cool.
Yeah.
There was an anime of it. Ran for like 2 seasons, I think. But
Damn.
yeah, no,
Hell yeah.
I have like a whole list of things that I like.
Yeah.
JJK was almost on
Yeah.
mine, but again, I knew it was gonna be on yours, so I did.
Yeah.
But like. I read like I was going through the list. I'm like, man, I've read quite a bit of manga.
Yeah, I
All,
was
like,
looking at my
shonen.
shelf. I'm like, I could put this, I could put that, but yeah.
I almost put Shaman King on mine
Yeah.
because that's fucking sick. Hunter x Hunter was like
Hunter. Yeah,
Hunter
I
x Hunter was
haven't read
almost
Hunter
right
x Hunter.
there. But again,
Yeah.
that's when I think we could like. I also try to eliminate ones
Mm-hmm.
where like I almost didn't put Full Alchemist on because it's like so comparative with the anime.
Yeah.
I tried to like I wanted to pick like really like manga specific ones. Like that's why I didn't put Hunter x Hunter or Yu Yu Hakusho, however you pronounce it.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like those are like neck and neck with the anime.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, it wouldn't be much talk about the. I know we talked a lot about the animes on these, but I feel like I wouldn't talk about the anime, like the manga, much.
Yeah.
But
Well, thank you so much for being on.
wait, how long have we been going?
I don't know, but I got to start dinner. Why?
Okay. I was just like, did we beat your mom?
No.
Damn it!
Did we beat your mom? Oh my god.
Look, she seems like a lovely lady.
We definitely did not. No.
God
We're
damn
almost
it.
there, but no. But yeah, where can the lovely people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at I Try Cosplay and We Try Disney, and also in the podcast No Strings Attached.
Yep, you can do that. Yeah. All right, guys, you can find me at Corky Cosplays. Donate to the Ko-fi, Ko-fi.com/Adam Corky. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Time to make some fucking pulled pork, baby.
Keep watching anime, bitches.
Yep, keep... I don't have to tell them that. They will anyway. God. All right, guys. Love ya. Bye.
Bye.